All right. Okay, I'm ready. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening to my USANA family. First of all, I would like to thank USANA for giving me this opportunity to be here to share my thoughts with my fellow friends. Now, let me start off with a little more about myself. I used to work in a chemical and microbiological testing laboratory with more than 10 years of work experience. At the course of my work, I had to deal with many types of samples. Many types of samples such as food, water, skincare, cosmetic sample, some TCM samples, and many types of pollutants also, like the air, water, and soil. Then I even had a chance to go out to the industry to see even more things out there, and at the same time exposing myself to more hazardous chemicals and pollutants. So throughout the years of my work and the exposure, my health started to deteriorate. At my 20s, when I did my health check, I was so shocked at my health report results. My lipid profile and liver screen results were in alert state. And hormonal issues started to show up as well. When all these issues came together, right, do you all know what does this mean? Yeah, the picture above showed already. My liver was crying for help. And that time, I knew I had to do something. I got introduced to USANA by one of my best friends, Sher, who is a food scientist. Apart from her being my best friend, she talked science to me. She convinced me with facts. I want to take this opportunity to thank her because basically she changed my whole life. So tonight's session, I am just getting all of you here to accompany me and also to listen to me saying what she has told me before. And in this slide, I showed the report I did during my late 20s. And then very happily, I went and did my second report at my early 30s. And this is where I get to know the products has proven improve my health. So I'm no longer easily fatigued. The hormonal issues resolved, and generally I feel a lot better. Okay, so although I'm a female, so a lot of females usually we are not that rational, right? So although I'm a female, I do have my rational times as well, especially when it comes to things that made simple to understand. So let me see the logic number one. Okay, logic number one here is the basic unit of living things, like including us, we human. What is our basic unit? It's actually cells, right? So I'm very sure that none of you disagree with me here, okay? So it's so logic that we know if my cell is healthy, the tissue in my body is going to be healthy. And then the organs in my body, they are going to be healthy. The systems are also going to be healthy, and eventually my whole body is going to be healthy. Let me put an example over here. Just like we are going to stay in a building, we want it to be sturdy, we want it to be solid. So what to do? We have to find the basic unit for this building. That is the bricks. And then we pile them up together. We put cement onto them, and then we stack them up high. So the thing is that if we are to build this house, which is our body, so what are we supposed to fit? We are supposed to fit our body as well as our cells, right? So the important thing over here is, do we know what we should fit ourselves? A lot of the times we don't really see the logic behind it. So when we know the logic behind, it's actually quite easy for us to tackle the situation, and it's easy for us to find a solution. So the logic number two, here comes the nutrients. If I am to say we are all mostly in malnutrition category, I'm not sure if do you all agree with me? We are in malnutrition category. Come on, can I see some chat over here? Are y'all still there? If we are malnutrition, do you agree with me? No response. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, we do. We are actually in malnutrition state. So malnutrition doesn't mean that we all look thin and haggard, we don't have nutrients, but we are actually more like overfed but undernourished. Don't you agree? Plus sizes people are unhealthy. Small sizes people are also unhealthy. So what happened over here? Let us take a look at the chart. Nutrients are divided into two big categories. One is the macronutrient, and the second one is micronutrient. Now, I first talk about macronutrients. These are the biggest scale of nutrients that we need in our body, which are all these carbohydrate, fat, proteins, water, and fiber. These are what we need, most of them. Like over 90% we need this to get ourselves we don't feel tired, right? A lot of the times we just forget about these micronutrients. We just neglect it, these micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. And that is why a lot of people went into this suboptimal health condition where we neglected to feed ourselves. And then only we realize after many, many years, we find that, oh, our body are starting to deteriorate. We are not in as good as condition as before. So this is why, get back to the basic thing, our cells are actually unhealthy already. Now we know that the cells need micronutrients, so we just replenish them in our body, okay? It is just as simple as that. So whatever we are doing, we just want the raw material, the micronutrients, okay? We just keep that in mind first. And the third logic is this. And why do we need additional nutrients? Now, some people also will ask me, I already eat a lot of good stuff, good food. Why do I still need additional nutrients? We are living in a world with all the things so advanced now. We need to get our logic mind advanced too. So we are no longer in our grandparents' era where we just take natural food and we are sure to get enough of the micronutrients we need. How do we know that we have enough, right? How do we know? So the first thing is, what happened to our initial source of micronutrients? The food that we are taking. Do you know that what happened to them? Like food processing method, during the transportation, it takes longer time, storage, longer time, overcooking, and even additives in it. So all these are going to deplete the nutrients in the food. And what about the farming method? Now, like early harvest, we also put in pesticides. We have fertilizers, chemicals, hormonals, all types of fertilizers. So do you think with such quality going on, we can still get enough of micronutrients from our food? Okay, next. What about the initial level of micronutrients that are all in our body initially? Do you think that they can still stay there? Do you think that we don't use them up? So now we can get to know even more our lifestyle with all these 5G gadgets around us, our late night activities, being a couch potato. I think many of us don't really do a lot of exercise already. And then what about pollutants around us? Like I mentioned in my earlier days when I was still in the laboratory, I get a lot of chance to see there are a lot of pollutants out there, the air, the water, and even noise pollution. It will make us stress, right? The soil depletion and even polluted soils. So are we aware of all this? Okay, now we can get more linkage, right? We do need to replenish micronutrients in our body. I think this is the most logic thing that we need to understand tonight. But out of all the supplements or the nutrients that I want to choose, why do I trust USANA? Now, point number one here is that the founder, Dr. Myron Vance, uses his own credibility as a scientist to guarantee. So he has this potency guarantee in the product. What guarantee is this? So he guarantees that what you see on the label is what you get in the bottle. More importantly, what we don't see on the label, we can't find it in the tablet or in the bottle. So for example, okay, the label says we have 600 milligram of vitamin C. So we are getting 600, okay? We won't get lesser. We won't get 599 milligram. We won't get more, 601 milligram. So in USANA, one thing very beautiful is that we don't see agak-agak things. There's no agak-agak over here, okay? Everything is so precise. And another beautiful thing is that you don't you also won't get to see nonsense in your product, like what? Steroids, adulterants in the products, you won't get to see them. So this is actually very, very important point for us when we come into choosing a supplement to help us prevent diseases, to help us maintain our health. I had an experience last time when I was working in the laboratory. The label on my client's product does not meet the content. And it seems like actually it's quite common because when I call up my clients, they will say that, oh, okay, I will take note on this. But the thing is that why does it show up? So it's so common that people think that there is nothing wrong with it. So far, and there is no other nutritional supplement company who dares to have this potency guarantee stamp on each of their products. Okay, this content is actually from USANA. So it has this standard of manufacturing, and they guarantee the potency of each nutritional products they sell. And they pledge that they use only the purest of ingredients. And over here, the USANA's QA team tracks every detail of manufacturing from the arrival of the raw materials to the testing of the finished products. Isn't it brilliant? Now I want to say this is very important, okay? Raw materials being tested is one of the important steps. Why is it so? I have once encountered a manufacturer during the course of my work in the laboratory who don't know why their products has got this contaminant in them, okay? So what I did was I helped them to test their report, and I found that there is this contaminant, and it's not a bit, it's a lot. It's a lot of this contaminant. So I called them up and asked them what happened. Then they said that they have no idea what happened to it. And after a thorough check, and they finally found that, oh, it's because of their raw material. So the initial stage is that they don't need to test anything about the raw materials. They have no control over the raw materials. Or I can say that they don't need to control. So in the end, what happened? They have no control over the end products as well. So this is something very crucial that I would like to emphasize over here. Okay, my point number 2 is this GMP, good manufacturing practices, but as in the pharmaceutical grade. So this one is also something that I really, really love it. I look into. In GMP or CGMP, there are actually 6 levels. So we have food, we have cosmetic, medical devices, biological products, animal drugs, and also pharmaceutical. And supplements are considered food. And most supplements on the market adhere to food grade GMP. So do we know, you guys know this, right? Supplements are usually are considered as food. So they are all mostly adhere to food grade GMP. So as long as they won't cause any immediate death, they can be sold onto the market, in the market on the shelf. Okay, USANA is a company that adhere to pharmaceutical GMP since the first day it started producing supplements in 1992. Okay. And over here, it states that the safety of food-grade nutritional products, 100% is on the responsibility of the manufacturer. And FDA neither recognizes nor verifies the efficacy and safety of food-grade products. However, pharmaceutical-grade GMP products will be fully monitored to ensure safety and efficacy, and only it can be sold in the market. So what are the differences between pharmaceutical and food grade products? Okay, so we look at these few criteria over here. Raw materials. If it's in food grade products, there is no need for them to check the raw materials. Like I mentioned just now, my previous work, then this client faced the problem. Okay, pharmaceutical grade, we will have to check the product, the raw material. Then what about the product label? In food grade, we can differ. It's okay. It's like you don't have to be 100% sure of have the label and the content to be the same. But pharmaceutical grade products must match. So this is in the regulation. And legal requirement for food grade products emphasize in safety and non-toxic. But pharmaceutical grade products emphasize on safety, potency, effectiveness, and also its purity. And what about this human absorption rate? Can you imagine a lot of people will ask me, oh, I don't take supplements because I think that they won't be absorbed in my body, or they will get stuck in my kidney, or they get stuck in my liver, right? Especially USANA products that are in tablet forms. So they will say that, oh, these tablet forms, I don't really quite believe in them because they will get stuck in my organs. So bear in mind that for pharmaceutical grade products, it has to be tested and the product has to be absorbed within 45 minutes. It's in the regulation. But whereas for food grading products, oh, we can't be sure already because there is no regulation needing them to check on this absorption rate. So if you are a consumer and you are very particular on this concern, then I can say that it is good for you to change into a pharmaceutical grade product. Okay, what about the purity? If it's food grade, right, we can tolerate up to about 30% of impurities. And this include what? The fillers, the binders, all these are all impurities, are those things that we added in. But for pharmaceutical grade products, there must be at least a 98 to 99% of purity of pure products in it. Okay, my third point is this. I'm so happy to announce, okay, over 85 scientists for this nutritional company. Isn't it impressive? Many organizations that I know, I don't think they have a lot of scientists as many as this company for their R&D. And below here, there is this product. It's called Essential. But that was the previous product they had. So now they just changed it, upgrading it into this new one called the Essential. So Essentials is actually a patented technology product. The patent was approved within 5 years only. Okay, when we know that the normal usual time for a patent to be approved, it's needed to be about 10 to 20 years with all this compelling evidence. Can you believe that USANA scientists, I think they are really working very hard to get this thing patented just within less than this 5 years time. And this product, it is very impressive. Why do I say so? Because it has three big functions for us: nourish, protect, and also renew. Okay, a lot of supplements out there, they can do nourish. Okay, because we eat supplements, we just want to nourish our body, right? But few can do protect. Even lesser can do renew. So what is this renew thing in cell essentials? There are targeted nutrients that can act like cell signaling molecules to help promote the body's natural health protection and renewal reaction. Very, very impressive. And all these are patented, okay? So it's not like we just simply say it out. So all these are with evidence. Okay, my fourth point is this. This is a non-USANA thing, but it is a third-party information, a non-biased third-party information. Okay, I'm sure most of you will drive, right? They will drive. And then how do you choose your car? Do you do comparison before you buy a car? I'm sure yes. Okay, so, okay, what about your mobile phones? We change mobile phones quite often, right? But how do you buy your mobile phones? You also do comparison, right? So over here for supplements, why not we just do the same thing as well? This is a book called The Comparative Guide to Nutritional Supplements. And this book is actually published since 1999. And we have the latest version over here, the 6th edition already. So throughout the years, USANA Health Sciences has been standing very strong. Let me show you what are the information I can get from the book, okay? So the blended standard guidelines are selected based on 12 independent nutritional authorities and further screened for 18 health support profiles. Now, for supplements products that have been ranked 4 or 5 stars would be invited to conduct a third-party laboratory verification of the product formulation and also an assessment on their GMP. So all this will be accessed. So altogether, these considerations ensure 3 qualities: the quality of research, the quality of formulation, and also the quality of manufacturing. Okay, next, I'm going to show you some information given in the reference book. And this information involves other brands as well. Do you want to see this quite shocking information? If you are first time looking at the book, like me last time when I first time look at the book, I was actually quite shocked. Okay, ready? All right. So these are the information extracted from the comparative guide. There are more than 1,000 products being compared. So it shows what? Not all supplements are produced the same. Okay, some of you may be very curious now. If any of you is interested to know more, you can just make your trip to Kinokuniya or get it from the Amazon. Then you can know whether the supplements that you are taking now, are they being compared in the book? Or let's say if being compared, are they given high ratings for the supplements? So USANA Health Sciences, congratulations to them, okay, for achieving this award for many years already, for being rated as the highest rated products. Okay, my point number 5. What is this? Champions choose USANA. It's the athlete guarantee. We have also USANA elite athletes in Malaysia. We have Wilson Sim, Malaysia national swimmer. We have Vivian Hu and Lee Ying Ying, Malaysia national badminton players, and also many more. I can't state them all because too many of them already. USANA is so confident with their product that they can give out this athlete guarantee. But what does this mean to us? We are not athletes. We are just a consumer. So let's look at this. Athletes are the group of people that is most cautious about what they are taking into their body. So they will have a very strict criteria in choosing what they are feeding themselves. Because in their career, if they take something that increase their performance, but at the same time make them tested positive in urine tests, they can be banned and their career will be ruined for whole life. So USANA give all athletes up to a $1 million guarantee if there is any positive reaction tested in their body. Until now, there are over 4,500 of top athletes worldwide, including a lot of Olympic gold medalists. What does this mean? That you think USANA is not afraid that one day something bad will happen? Of course not. USANA will not allow a single mistake in their product. Because if they do, imagine how much money they have to compensate, right? This shows that USANA is so confident about their own products. And some additional info over here. There are also studies showing that consistent, strenuous physical activities can cause at least temporarily immune impairment. So a number of studies appear to show that athletes are more likely to have decreased level of B and T cells, natural killer cells, and also antibodies under certain conditions. What I want to say here is not that athletes are easier to get cancer. No, rather, I'm just emphasizing that when we are participating in any physical activity, we all need to be mindful of our bodies and know when to take a break and let our body or our immune system recover. Because I see surely some of us will love sports a lot. But when doing the sports at the same time, we need to look into replenishment of the nutrients we need. And this point number 6 here is, do you know that supplements do not need to have research publication on their products? It is not governed by the law. So let's see here. USANA has done the extra. Pro Flavanol C100. If you are familiar with the product, you know. Over here, it has this research. It states that grapeseed extract plus vitamin C significantly improve antioxidant status and vascular function. So has already validated the result. And the next one is on the protein shake publication. Beneficial effect of Nutrimilk and significantly improves body composition in male and female. And what's this? Let's look at USANA's skincare tool. Actually, there's no need to do clinical study on skincare, right? Most companies just put a celebrity face to sell it. Really? You just find someone pretty, someone handsome, then you just sell your product, the skincare products. But over here, Stephens and Associates, They are one of the best in the world to test for skincare products in Texas, California. And here they are on skincare publication, proving that the product promotes positive results. And also we have research publication on cell sensors. The one I mentioned earlier, the one with patent, the research publication has shown the efficacy on the product as well. And USANA also has got their scientific partnership with universities and other institutions. The next point is this in-house support. Well, in-house support to me, I think it's very important. This website, askthescientist.com, is not just any other websites that are giving us superficial information. If you are really into information knowledge, please dive deeper into this website and read more. There are whole lot of info and knowledge in it. Citations are also included in the website as well. So as I say earlier, USANA has no agak-agak. Everything has to be clear, black and white. Then we just have to go and read up, go and look for it. Okay. And then we have this our in-house nutritionist as well. Okay. Do you know that we have these weekly health topics by the nutritionist, spending his professional time to provide scientific and deeper explanation on the topic of that day? Yeah, one thing I like is that we are not just simply looking at testimonials. Okay, everything here stated will be scientific and evidence-based. That is why I love here. And after all these health talks, right, you are going to have a time. You can grab his time. You can grab his time and ask him further questions. I think this is really such a good deal. Imagine if we are to see a professional, a nutritionist, we have to pay them every hour, right? Then you don't know how much of time you need. And then you will try to think about how much you need to pay our in-house nutritionist next time. He's working very hard. So I think he deserves a round of applause for this. Another thing about USANA is sustainable lifestyle. An environmentally aware business considers more than just its profit. It considers its impact on society and also the environment. And this is USANA. New bottles are made with 25% post-consumer recycled materials. Bottles will be smaller to reduce the amount of plastic used. And also there will be instruction on the label that will help us to recycle the plastic properly. And in recent news, we see that our planet is suffering from what? Y'all follow any news? Did y'all follow any news now? What are we facing now? In recent news, we can see that our planet is suffering from the global heat, right? Now, this is how USANA plays a part, global warming. USANA's manufacturing plant and home office, through the combination of windmills, wind-generated energy, and solar panels, 100% of USANA home office power comes from renewable energy sources. And here are some interesting numbers. The solar panel set alone prevents 14 metric tons of greenhouse gas emission. And by tapping into renewable energy, USANA has saved approximately 600,000 kilowatt per hour a year. So what does this stand for? Equaling to nearly 750 pounds of sulfur dioxide, 900 pounds of nitrogen oxide, and 550,000 pounds of carbon dioxide that have not been released into the atmosphere. Really, really very thankful. And here, USANA is harnessing renewable energy to make a difference. I remember this from Dr. Charo, one of my business partners. She said, our convenience for the 5 minutes should not cost so much. As much as we talk about health and how important it is to take the supplement because the earth is polluted, yet we keep polluting the earth. For our next generation, for the sake of beautiful earth, environmental protection can start from a habit. One less plastic bag, less straws, everyone can do it. 99% of sea salt has microplastics. Our vegetables, fruits, fish, and meat, in addition to the hormones and antibiotics, there are all kinds of microplastics. We must face up to this problem, and the greenhouse effect, the climate change affects each of us. Terrorists will kill many, but climate change will kill all humanity. And this is my point number 9. Our extraordinary founder, Dr. Myron Wentz. Some companies talk about money. Others talk about products. A company worth my respect is a company who speaks vision and value. The founder of USANA is not a businessman, not to make the most money in the shortest time. He truly sees the need of society, the needs of health, and create real value. He is Dr. Myron Wentz, a legendary scientist. USANA in Latin, it means true health. There is this saying, I heard from my PhD friend also, in scientific research, there is this group of people who are very, very strict with their work. I'm not sure if you all can guess who are these people. Actually, quite hard to guess. Okay, there are this group of people who are very, very strict in their research. Do you know who are these people? These are from my PhD friends. Okay, they are the Germans. Can you guess this? You guess it correctly. They are the Germans. Quality is the most important for them. Few nutritional supplement companies out there has a founder who has a German bloodline, a scientist, and put most funds to research. But USANA has one here. Okay, so when typical bosses are looking for monetary ROI, Dr. Myron Wentz approved the funds as long as the project can improve the quality of the products. And over here, Dr. Myron Wentz has a vision. He said, I dream of a world free from pain and suffering. I dream of a world free from disease. The USANA family will be the healthiest family on earth. Share my vision, love life, and live it to its fullest in happiness and health. I totally agree with Dr. Myron Wentz's philosophy, his vision, the way of a healthy lifestyle. Dr. Myron Wentz shift in research from disease diagnostic to health maintenance. At the age of 60, he sold his Gao laboratories and founded USANA in 1992. He started his manufacturing facility since day one, and also adhering to the highest standard since day one too. No product recall for over 30 years. Very impressive. To establish transparency and trust, just 4 short years after inception, USANA filed for an IPO and became a publicly traded company. USANA is not founded by a businessman whose primary aim is to make the most money in the shortest time period. Our vision is rooted in helping humanity and ourselves, an opportunity of a lifetime to achieve good health and financial freedom. Dr. Wentz once said, many are living too short and dying too long. Do you agree with this sentence? I truly agree. Because few are truly healthy. According to WHO, World Health Organization, only 5% of the world's population are healthy, are truly healthy. And do you see them around you? Or most of them are just at a suboptimal health category where there are no need of medication yet, but they don't feel at their best state. Apart from USANA Health Sciences, Dr. Wentz also devoted himself on many other projects to add value to the world. One of them is this USANA True Health Foundation. Let us all watch this video together.
This success in science and business has allowed Dr. Wentz to help people lead healthier lives using another instrument, humanitarian aid. Since 2000, he has been involved with Children's Hunger Fund, traveling to impoverished and war-torn areas in Central America, Eastern Europe, and East Africa, making personal financial contributions and turning USANA into a donation engine, generating over $9 million to date to help CHF provide meals to malnourished children.
taste it.
The most important thing that I could give to these children is good nutrition.
A 2004 visit to northern Uganda deeply impacted Dr. Wentz. On the trip, he spent time walking through refugee camps and saw firsthand the disease and malnutrition that was a reality for thousands of children in the area.
We flew over these refugee camps and then landed on a makeshift airstrip and was in the midst of this human misery, seeing the quality of life of those families of men, women, and children, and what they were being subjected to. I knew I had to do something. However small, I knew I had to do something.
The Wentz Medical Center in Gaba, Uganda, opened its doors in August 2005. The Wentz-funded center serves a community of 300,000 people using state-of-the-art medical and diagnostic equipment, not just paid for, but hand-picked by Dr. Wentz himself.
The relationship with Dr. Wentz has developed into a very special friendship. I have so grown to appreciate the love and passion that he has. His vision is to eliminate pain and suffering in this world, and it's been such a joy to partner with him. Not only has he engaged his company, USANA, to work with us, but he's been very involved on a personal level. So his impact has allowed us to do things that we never envisioned.
Within a few years, a Wentz Medical Center opened in Cambodia. And as others caught the vision, donations in his honor made the Wentz Medical Center in Malawi a reality. In March 2006, Dr. Wentz was presented with the CHF Children's Champion Award.
Okay, so how do you feel after watching this short video? Do you have goosebumps over you? No, when I first saw this video, right, I really have goosebumps over me because I felt that, yeah, it's so touching. And this is really leaving a legacy in this world. So USANA True Health Foundation was established in 2012 to encourage USANA associates and also the employees to join Dr. Wentz in the blessing of giving. The foundation's mission is to provide the most critical human necessities like nutrition, clothing, shelter, medical assistance, and health education to those who are suffering or in need. 100% of donation go directly to help those in need, and all administrative costs are to be covered by USANA. And this is what USANA has made, the global impact made throughout the years. And USANA Foundation has provided aid to 37 countries. Lastly, I would like to say USANA is not just a normal company. For me, I'm extremely proud to be given a chance to be part of the USANA family. I wish all well and love life, live it to its fullest in happiness and health. This is my time. I am Shalene.
Thank you, Shalene. Thank you so much. It's very different from the sharings that normally we have, right? So let's try to type an egg. Thank you, sharing, especially the video just now. And then we have such a nice, very solid point why, as a professional, to trust USANA. I think today is something that you guys really need to record down. I'm sure that a lot of people ask about her slide and her content. Maybe you all can ask her directly. But before we end, right, there's a time that we're going to have some lucky draw. And today we're going to draw 3 winners. All right. So today I'm not going to spin wheels and so on because I have forgot about spin wheel. Already boring about spin wheel. So what happened is Shalene going to ask you all some question. All right. So to check whether you all really listen to and also remember what she asked. Okay. So Shalene, can you ask one question? Then the first 3 people on my chat box then you will get yourself, I mean, of course, the correct answer, you will get yourself a omega and omega-3, all right? Okay, so you get yourself omega-3, very, very useful, very, very good supplements. So, Serene, can you let us know what is your questions?
Okay, good luck everyone here. We have lucky 3 coming up, okay?
Yeah.
So my question is going to be very, very simple. Give me
Hard a bit lah.
very simple
Okay,
lah.
can.
Okay, give me 3 reasons why I trust USANA.
Oh, okay. Then I think I let Sherlyn to choose the 3 winner already. Ensure the 3 reason is correct. Okay, out of 9, what is the 3 reason? Okay, where is the first 3 that you saw, Sherlyn? You let me know.
The chat groups are so messy now. I think I see Shi Yuan, the one with three coming up at the same
Okay,
chat.
Shi Yuan is number 1. Okay, number 2.
SN Wong. Then we have
SN Wong.
We have Hui Xing.
Okay, number 3 is Hui Xing.
Yeah, because they type 3 all together.
Wow, then
in
you
one
have
chat.
to give her already. HOISIN. Okay.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, right? Okay, we have 3 winners. One is Shi Yuan, SN Wong, and Hui Xing. Please PM me your contact number. I will get Hong Weng to contact you all tomorrow. Shi Yuan, I have your contact, no problem. So SN Wong and Hui Xing, please PM me your contact number now. And I think we have a bit of time. So do you have any question to ask Sherlyn about the presentation just now? Because we are all more close group instead of the normal Chinese session, we have a lot of content and so on. But this is actually more close group content and so on. Do you have any question you want to ask? Can you all write in the chat box regarding on the just now all the questions and all the things that why Sherlyn choose USANA? She give a very solid 9 question. Okay, any one of you want to ask anything to ask her? Okay, you can actually neither choose to type or you can also ask to raise out your hand. Then we can actually unmute you. We can also unmute you, okay? So let me know if anyone have any question. I give another 2-3 minutes regarding on the sharing just now. Do you have any question? We're about just now about 70 people over here. All right, any question? And Hui Xing, please type your contact number to me. So I will actually ask Hong Weng to contact you tomorrow. Okay. All right. Last
Okay,
but not least.
I saw one direct question to me.
Oh, direct question. Oh,
She didn't type. She didn't type to everyone there.
Also
So
you can direct question to her. Also can.
Okay, so may I know, is USANA product formulated without GMO?
Oh, very specific.
Yeah, very specific. Okay, what I can say is that all the products that USANA has produced, right? If it's food products, they are all certified under NSF. So, as I know, the soil that they are using also non-GMO. So this is something that another thing that I'm very proud of USANA, because non-GMO things are actually quite hard to find. So
expensive.
Yeah, expensive, hard to find. You know what I used to pray for? I pray that there are good quality raw materials out there for USANA to find.
This is something I know also because I understand our cost of goods sold is extremely expensive, especially and that is excluded the tax and so on to bring into Malaysia. I know our cost of the product is extremely expensive because of this GMO and the raw material. And there's also cost that because certain time there's some of the shortage of the non-GMO raw material. Hence, sometimes the product shortage. If you have all the GMO products, there's actually because we have a lot of restriction as well, you mentioned just now because of the criteria and so on. So always there's a few of them always keep telling me that. All right, last question. Anyone got direct question further? If not, we're going to end for tonight. All right, so let's try to type 888 again to Sherlyn. Thank you for tonight. Such a very wonderful sharings and also very knowledgeable and very knowledgeable and very, very full of content. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you all have a good night. Yeah. And see you next month again.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.